Mark a call. Oh, Mark had his mounted. I remember this one.
Hello?
Hello, is this Mark?
Yep.
Hey, Mark, Paul from Outsider Tackle Box radio show and podcast. Tommy is with me in the studio. Say hi, Tommy.
Hey, how's it going, Mark? How you doing, bud?
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good, having a good morning, the first day of December, so it's a good time of year for fishing and all the lights, and we love it.
Well, unless you're on the East Coast and everything's
Yeah, it'd be a
frozen
lot
over.
better if it wasn't raining.
Yeah, see?
Yes.
See? He's got rain. I mean, the East Coast is frozen over, and here we are in Southern California. We're like, oh, it's a good day.
Well, the idea behind the show is to spread happiness to the world through the joys of fishing. And we saw your picture on our Outsider Tackle Box I'm an Outsider group.
Yes.
And so we said we want to hear that fish story because that is a huge fish. And when we contacted you, you actually had quite a bit of more behind that. So let's get that on the podcast. He actually was on he got a newspaper article written about him. He's got he mounted his fish on. I mean, there's a lot behind this story.
So wait a minute. This is our first celebrity on the show.
He's
Love it.
Nah, just a local guy, that's all.
You say local guy.
It's a real small town.
You say local guy. I'm saying fish celebrity. I'm going with mine.
Well, he actually is. This is sent out worldwide. We're nationwide, but we have a small following. We have our boxes available in Germany.
Yep.
And so we have a supplier out there, and we do have some. There's a few parts of the world that we have listeners because we had to submit some of our stuff for the podcast and the show, and so we have a small following out there. But nationwide, this fish got you on the podcast, and it keeps on giving, and we love to hear stories like that.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is your podcast. Go ahead and tell us about any of the photos you sent in. We want to hear where you caught the fish, what bait you were using, and maybe the size of the fish, and then from there you could just talk about any of those photos with the newspaper article.
Okay. It was a cold day, and I didn't have a vehicle at the time, so I walked to this place. It's about 1.5 miles, and but it was a park. It's a local park where people take their children and they exercise out there and all. It's real small. It's mainly like a big pond, really, and it's no deeper than 10, 12 feet throughout the whole pond. But I was fishing a rattle trap, black and blue rattle trap.
Love
and,
those.
Oh yeah, me too. And I was reeling it in, and it got closer and closer to the shore, and that's where she hit it. She was obviously hiding underneath some foliage, and she just nailed it. So I guess it took me about 30 seconds to get her in. And I was amazed, as you can tell on one of the pictures. My mouth dropped to the floor.
30 seconds
when I
feels like an eternity, I bet.
Yeah.
Because you're like, something's big. You just want
to hurry up and get it on.
Yep.
Land it.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I had the treble hooks in my favor, so they're hard to shake off of those. But also in the pictures, if you can look at the rattle trap, you can see what she did to the hooks. She straightened them out pretty much. So I ended up just retiring that bait and hanging it from her mouth on my mount.
That's awesome.
We saw that and we love it. If I ever get a fish that big, I'm gonna make sure to keep the whatever I used and mount it with it.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and it's taken me most of my life to get her. Finally get my dream bass to be able to mount. And I'm not going to mount any more fish. I got my dream, and every fish I catch now I release.
Oh yeah.
So they'll grow bigger for kids to catch them later on, or me or anybody else.
Exactly. Man, I'm just looking at I was sorry. I was looking at the picture of the rattle trap of what she did to it, and wow,
That's crazy, isn't it?
That is insane.
That's just pure weight that pulls that thing
Yes.
off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was heavy. She weighed 8.55 pounds at 24 inches long.
Wow.
Nice.
I mean, I tell you what, it was really, really cold out there. And but after I caught her, I didn't feel anything. My adrenaline was jumping. So, but I posted it in some Facebook groups, and in one local group is where I live. And I got a call from somebody that does the Helena little magazines, and he wanted to interview me and do an article on it. So that's the article I got.
That is awesome.
Congratulations.
And
that is a
Like
quite the feat there.
That's why we have our new celebrity here. That's awesome. I love it.
It was pretty nice, and I've been excited about y'all contacting me too. That's really cool as well.
Well,
And,
our whole goal is to spread happiness and just enjoy everybody's story. Everybody's got a story to tell.
Everybody has a fish story, and we want to hear it.
Everybody's chasing their own Moby Dick kind of thing, and it's just awesome. I mean, it's cool to hear those stories.
Well, I've been fishing ever since I was about 5, and I wanted to be a professional when I was around 18 or 19 years old. But that fell through, and I've been fishing off and on most of my life, but I quit for a long time. I went through a real tough time in my life, and I sobered up finally, and I've got February 1st will be 5 years of sobriety.
Hey,
congratulations!
Thank you. I rediscovered bass fishing, and I can tell you this: it has helped me stay sober.
That what, and
that is my thing in life, and that helps me. That is my serenity, my peace of mind, everything when I'm on that water.
You know what? And that's what it's about. I mean,
it's kind of why we do the show. Fishing is very therapeutic for a lot of people. I mean, it is for me.
It is.
It's the story and the fun that comes with it. Whether it's just sitting next to your buddy, not talking to him, or spending time with family, or
that's it.
Right.
The excitement of just not knowing what's on the other end of that line.
The relaxation of it all.
Yeah.
And also, I got them mounted. I posted it on Facebook, and one of the people on Facebook, he saw it, and he said he mounts them, and he'll do me a special for my first one, and so he only charged me $175.
That's
a
awesome.
Good price.
That is a good price.
Yeah, it is real good. So, and he did a wonderful job.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times I look at that thing a day. It's just crazy. It's unbelievable.
Well,
the pictures don't do it justice.
I bet. Well, now that you have it mounted, I mean, you wake up every day, you kind of look at that thing, and it just makes you feel a little bit better. Makes that stress go away. And just relax.
And it makes me want to go and catch a double digit.
There you go. Gives you that inspiration.
It's a great looking fish. We're happy you came on the show, and thanks for joining the group. And
Absolutely.
Continue to send in more photos so we could share them with others.
Yeah, and like Paul had mentioned before on a previous caller, but now on the website you've got chances to win some free stuff from our website. You can go on to outsidertacklebox.com.
There is a button there that we have giveaways, and so we love giving away free stuff because we want people to enjoy fishing and have a sample of what we're going to send out. Yep. And so that's available to all the people who visit the website. There's different ways to enter. Insert.
Sorry, Mark. Paul can't talk.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's as simple as just clicking a button and saying subscribe or join and that kind of thing. But I mean, it definitely, we loved having you on the show. Keep sending in photos. Keep sending in stories. And we'll.
We do have a couple other things that are available to to anybody that gets on the site, and that is we have weekly bids, and those boxes seem to be going out for just $1. And so we like people just to log on there, and we have our regular following that gets our boxes. But for those of you who haven't,
so it's like a Lucky Tackle box, right?
Yep. Well, we're very similar to. We're a subscription box company, and you can log on, and you can get your first box and try it out and continue it on from there if you choose to.
We ship when you order,
and we ship when you order
out.
So
we have the weekly bids, and then we have another part that has name your price.
Yeah.
And so, but most of all, this is about the joys of fishing. So please continue. Whether or not you do those things, send in the photos. It's about the fun, and come back on the podcast. If you get another fish, it doesn't have to be that big. We just want to hear about what type of bait you were using, and where.
We just like to hear the stories. I mean, and everybody else likes to hear, hey, what's going on here, what's going on there, and just kind of hear those fish tales.
From all of us here at Outsider Tackle Box, we wish you a great rest of your weekend. Fish more, tight lines.
Absolutely, tight lines, Mark. Take care. Have a good one.
Tight lines.
If you can get out there today, do it. That's my words of inspiration today.
Tommy's words of wisdom. Okay, thanks, Mark. We love having you on the show. Please come back.
Take care, Mark. Have a good one.
Hey, thank you guys too. I appreciate it.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye.